Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's 106.3 FM. Brian O'Brien here on the big one, and we are going live right now. It is your nightly update. It'll take you about 5 or 6 minutes to do your nightly update. We certainly appreciate each and every one of you being here with us tonight. All right, there's been lots of news going on in the tri-state. We're going to go ahead and get to that right now. Good morning, each and every one who is online. Hello, Tammy Sue Johnson, and a plethora of human beings who are with us tonight. This is Tri-State News Update for the Tri-State area, Southeast Kentucky. We also have a.
To distract you.
There's some lady here who's wanting to. Here, let's make sure everybody can see your pretty face. Let's put that over there like that. This is my beautiful wife Sherry, and she's apparently joining me and making everything much prettier for the nightly update. And the story you told me about today, we were going to talk about here just a little bit.
Okay.
All right, so you want to just kind of stand there and
I'm just going to have a seat.
Okay, just say hello to everybody if you would.
Do I look here or here?
You look right here.
Oh.
Hi, this is my lovely wife Sherry. Doesn't she look beautiful? I don't know why she picked me either. So, all right. So here's your nightly update. Everybody's got little hearts going across the screen for you, Sherry. Okay. Basically, we are taking care of Southeast Kentucky, Upper East Tennessee, and Southwest Virginia. If there's stories in that area, we're going to talk about them. And there's a couple of Tennessee and one national story that's just ridiculous. But today in Middlesboro, 2 people were arrested at a local motel. Middlesboro dispatch received an anonymous call of suspicious activity regarding possible drug activity at the Middlesboro Inn on Cumberland Avenue just after 10 a.m. Now, according to the citation, Middlesboro police officer Jeremiah Johnson responded to the hotel. He was accompanied by Sergeant Wade Barnett and shortly thereafter, Officer Joe Quillen. Johnson performed what's known as a knock and talk on the room, and inside were 2 occupants, and they were identified as 47-year-old Tony Marcy and 32-year-old Jessica Hall, both of Middlesboro. Once the doors opened, the officers were able to visibly see a pipe with residue and scales on a piece of furniture in the room, along with a 9mm handgun behind Marcy. And during the incident, Officer Johnson learned from dispatch that Marcy had an outstanding bench warrant, a parole violation warrant, and he was also a convicted felon. Once the pair was in custody, a search of the room was performed, and officers found a large quantity of a clear rock-like substance believed to be meth in 2 large baggies, along with a pill bottle with smaller baggies and $1,278 in cash. What is the deal with the small baggies? Well, it means intent to distribute. So Tony Allen Marcy was lodged in the Bell County Detention Center charged with possession of a handgun by a convicted felon, trafficking in a controlled substance, second degree, greater than 2 grams of meth, and it was actually 60 grams. Buying or possessing drug paraphernalia. He was also served a bench warrant and a parole violation for absconding supervision and failure to report to a parole officer. Jessica Nicole Hall was charged with trafficking in a controlled substance, first degree, first offense, greater than 2 grams of meth, buying or possessing drug paraphernalia, and possession of controlled substance, methamphetamine. In December of last year, this is from the Daily News, you've heard about this story. Bell County Sheriff's Office suffered a tragic loss. Their canine unit, Kane, was struck by oncoming traffic during a routine stop and passed away on the way to the animal hospital. Now, this was a huge blow to the Sheriff's Department, and especially Canine Kane's handler, that's Deputy James Talby, and his family. His little girls got very close to that dog. Basically, any law enforcement office with a canine would describe that the animal is more than just a dog, it's family, a son or a brother, okay? Talby confirmed this with his own words when he said most people only see him as a dog, but they don't understand how much time is truly spent between the handler and his canine. He stayed by my side 24/7. He wasn't only a dog to me, but part of my family. Didn't call him my partner, called him my son. And trust me, Sherry and I understand that. During the January 9th fiscal court meeting, that's today, Judge Executive Albie Brock personally addressed an agenda item concerning Canine Kane and the Sheriff's Department. Now, there have been rumors circulating from people who honestly have no idea what they're talking about, okay? The Sheriff's Department is working to secure a new dog to fill in the position. The rumors were circulating that county money was being spent to pay for the service for Kane and other expenses such as finding a new canine unit. That's garbage. A lot of folks out there think that it costs county money, and none of it's true. Here's what happened. We got new next-door neighbors here, okay? When we moved in, we're right beside Brooks Durham Funeral Home. The folks at Brooks Durham donated their cremation services, along with the funeral services and the ceremony, to the county. So no cost was made to the taxpayers. There was $25,000 worth of insurance on the dog, and they paid that in a lump sum. And there's been no cost to the taxpayer in reference to that tragic accident with that dog, nor will there be any additional cost to the taxpayer to replace the dog. So it's all rumors, okay? They're in the process of trying to get another dog, and just for everyone's peace of mind, Sheriff Mitch Williams said both Kane and Talby have served the Bell County Sheriff's Office, the citizens of Bell County, and other law enforcement agencies, and even that night that the dog was killed, he was assisting the state troopers with a search. Kane did his part as a canine officer in a distinguished fashion, and he set a standard that we can forever strive to achieve or exceed each and every day from this day forward. So rumors have been put to rest. One more rumor I'd like to have put to rest. The chaplains that were installed in the sheriff's department, okay? They're on a volunteer basis. Your tax dollars for Bell County are not going to that. Simple as that, okay? They're actually going to aid people in grief counseling. If there's an accident on scene, there's a fatality. They're going to aid officers if they're going through some issues, just like James Talby was. They're going to help with quite a bit. Inmate services over at the jail, transitioning services from going from an inmate back into society. So there's a lot going on there. At approximately 12:25 today, there was a serious two-vehicle accident on Highway 66 near Mills Furniture. Now, responding to the scene was the Bell County EMS, Bell County Sheriff's Department, Rescue Squad, Volunteer Fire Department. And we were initially told that there were no injuries and everyone was out. Now, keep in mind, when there is an accident, the scene is very fluid. It's known as very fluid. Things change all the time. What was seen was a few of the occupants got out of the vehicles. They seemed okay, but there was still someone trapped in the vehicle. There was a woman who was taken from the scene. Now, initially they called for LifeStar, but it was a very low ceiling today. today, so they couldn't fly into that immediate area. Another issue was at 1:36 today, because it happened to us too. There was a power outage in Pineville. KU has been working all over the area, but there was a power outage in Pineville at 1:36. It lasted to 1:56. Why is that important? Well, when they tried to get the woman to Pineville Community Hospital in order to be seen, it was radioed that you can't bring her here because we can't even see our patients. For whatever reason, their backup generators weren't working. We don't know that situation. So they had to meet with another unit and get that woman to Middlesboro ARH. And then from there, I believe she was taken to UT. Okay? The only description we had was that it was a gold vehicle and a dark SUV, and the woman was extricated from that vehicle. London Police Department seeking information that could lead to the arrest of subjects involved in the arson of two vehicles, one at 134 Boring Drive and another at 209 Slate Lick Road, or Street, The London Police Department responded, and the two complaints of vehicles on fire at their residence happened yesterday around 12 a.m. Now, the pictures are up on our Big One Facebook page, and we'll have them up on our website here momentarily. If you have information regarding those two fires, please contact Detective Daniel Robinson at 606-878-7004. Again, that's the London Police Department. Secretary Grimes certified the candidates for Kentucky's 89th District Special Election. Today, Republican Robert Goforth and Democrat Kelly Smith are both running in the election. Write-in candidates have until 4 p.m. February 16th to file declarations of intent. January 29th is the deadline to register to vote. 89 District covers Jackson County and parts of Madison and Laurel. Now, if you are running for local offices, I just found out today that, I didn't find this out, but January 30th is the last day to file to be a candidate. City Council. Did you know that City Council is not going to have their election until the November general election? But I was convinced, until a friend of mine told me, because he's running, I was convinced that it was primary in May, because several years ago in Middlesboro, there were so many city council members that, according to KRS, you have to have the number of seats available, which is 9, doubled plus 1 to have a city council primary election. So that's kind of what I thought. So, with that said, it is in November. and my wife is leaving me. Also, we have an updated list coming out probably tomorrow afternoon of those candidates in the Bell County area, because that's basically the main county that we are in right now. But we're keeping up with Bell County, and as well as the 87th District and the 44th Judicial District. So we'll have an updated list there. Let's move on quickly here. Now, this is a story that Sherry brought to my attention. Initially, when it was sent to me earlier today, I was convinced that this particular... Hey, Barbara Williams Hoskins and all the folks online. I'm just checking out all the folks. We're getting close to 100 right now. Cool beans. I thought this was a hoax. Somebody sent it to me earlier. I was like, because it was clickbait. You clicked it, and it took you to something where you had to answer all of these stupid questions. Don't go there. The clickbait is just going to get you viruses on your computer. Anyway, it showed up on WVLT, WATE, and several other networks. If you visit Pigeon Forge anytime soon, you might notice some big changes. One of those changes is political correctness. I'll give you an opportunity to roll your eyes. Dolly Parton's World Choice Investments, LLC, announced this week in a news release that they're removing the word Dixie. So, I'm not going to get on the soapbox. According to Dolly, she said, our shows currently are identified by where they are located. Some examples are Smoky Mountain Adventures or Dixie Stampede. She goes on to say, we also recognize that attitudes change and feel that by streamlining the names of our shows, it will remove any confusion or concerns about our shows and will help our efforts to expand into new cities. Dolly has always been a woman who has been on the forefront of bringing people together. And I guess she thought with all of what's been going on, you put the word Dixie in something and it is leaning towards racism. Those are my words, not hers. According to the release, the decision was made as the demand grows for more venues worldwide. I still think there was something that made it special by calling it that. There's an interest in several parts of the U.S. and internationally to host one of our unique dinner attraction shows, according to Jim Rule. He's World Choice Investments CEO. We provide spectacular family entertainment at a great value, continually listen to our guests and our desire to expand, coupled with our desire to stay relevant in today's changing world. That's what led us to simplify our show's names. No, it wasn't. Officials said the existing locations reopened for the 2018 season from late January through early spring, depending on location. It will now be called Dolly Parton's Stampede. One more. This is going to blow your mind. You may have already seen it already, but when I saw it, I was like, what is our world coming to? What kind of stuff is this? It's not anybody being hurt. It's not a catastrophe. It's just another homeowners association going way too far. A California community is upset after their homeowners association told them they needed to keep their garage doors open during the day. From KTXL, the new rule calls for homeowners in the Auburn Green subdivision to keep their garages open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. Let's make it easier for those who like to take things that don't belong to them. Residents said the Auburn Green's Unit Number 1 Homeowners Association left flyers on their doors saying they could face a $200 fine for not complying. Resident Shally La, that's her name. I might as well clear everything out and leave the garage door open permanently because there's no point in having a garage door then. La said that she believes the HOA, Homeowners Association, enacted a new rule after finding out a family had allowed someone to live in their garage. That's against community guidelines. However, La said forcing people to keep their garages open may not be the answer. Really? All I'm asking is a reasonable way around this. If you want to do a bi-monthly or a monthly inspection of my garage, I've got nothing to hide. If I have something stored in there and you don't like it, I'll remove it. A 9-year-old boy named Jason, whose family also lives in the subdivision, said he's concerned about potential thefts. He leaves his bike in there. A call was made to the HOA. It was not returned, and the office was closed during normal business hours. Convenient. The association's monthly meeting is scheduled to take place in 2 weeks, and many residents say they plan to be there. Now, could you, right now, this is not the 40s, it's not the 50s, it's not the 60s. Yeah, we still left the front door open in the 70s and early 80s. But today, would you leave your home open? would you leave your home open? Not me. Also, there's going to be an announcement made at the gala this Saturday of the entertainment that's going to be having the opening concert for the Kentucky Mountain Laurel Festival. And that person is not going to be said by me right now in this broadcast, but I think you'll be very happy. I believe you will. So, I hope you have a great night. Weather, we're going to have some sprinkles tonight, and we will have, I tell you what, let me let you hear Brandon Robinson right here. I had the weather on just a moment ago. We'll let you hear what old Brandon, I don't think there's an old Brandon. Let's just see what Brandon Robinson has to say.
So, here comes your official.
Well, wait a minute. Let's turn myself down there real quick. Hang on just a second there. Turn me down. Turn me down. And then we'll listen to Brandon Robinson with tonight's forecast on 106.3 FM.
Here comes your official 106.3 weather forecast.
Sky Alert forecaster Brandon Robinson here with an updated look at your mountain forecast. The clouds will hold in some of that residual warmth from the daytime hours, so only 39 overnight. Mostly cloudy skies with a stray chance for a morning shower on your Wednesday. 59 a forecast high. Yes, you heard that right. 59 a forecast high. 20% chance of those showers early. Mostly cloudy skies continue on your Wednesday night down to 47. Mostly cloudy skies once again for Thursday, and unfortunately rain chances pick back up. 50% chance of that, but guess what? 65 is the forecast high. I think we can handle a little rain with 65. 47 overnight. Friday looks a little bit tricky. Mostly cloudy skies, rain chances during the day, but wintry mix possibilities come into play late. 70% chance of that, 56 and dropping for temperatures.
Your 106.3 day forecast on the Big One, brought to you by
Jim Brown Supply and Cumberland Ford. All right, so you guys have a great night. God bless you. If anything happens of an emergency acknowledgement, I'll be on here going live. Hope you enjoy these nightly updates. If you don't, let me know. If you do, let me know. That way I can kind of gauge how you feel. Good morning to or good evening to Patricia, Angela, Linda, Kim, John, Donna, Tamara, Luann, Amanda, and the whole kit and caboodle. Have a great night. God bless you. And be careful out there, okay? If you have to go out. If you don't, then just be careful going from the living room to the kitchen. Because you never know if there's a Lego left around somewhere. Good night.